Hi guys, how is it going? Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Natalia Suri and this is the world of books, mythology, mysteries and yes, everything magical. And I'm back today with 5 book recommendations on Lord Shiva that you must read if you're interested in mythology. And yes, 5 books on Lord Shiva that must be there on your bookshelf, or you should be reading them, whatever suits you. So here are my 5 book recommendations on Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya is the mantra that we often chant. And nothing at all is more important than life itself. This is what Lord Shiva teaches us, that life is the most precious gift. So here I have 5 book recommendations on Lord Shiva, as I have said. So my first book recommendation is The 7 Secrets of Shiva, written by Mr. Devdutt Patnaik. Why am I recommending you this book is because this book is going to tell you about the basic fundamental principles of Lord Shiva, the teachings behind Lord Shiva's philosophy. And yes, this is the main thing, that when we see the statue of Lord Shiva, what does it really signify? This is what this book is going to tell you, that Lord Shiva does not really live in those temples, but he is a philosophy and you should try and understand that philosophy. So that is why I'm recommending you this book. Another reason why I'm recommending you about this book is it talks about the primitive stages of Lord Shiva's life. Yes, Lord Shiva, the philosophy, the primitive stages, how you can change your life by understanding the philosophy behind it is the reason that I'm recommending you this book. My second book recommendation is The Immortals of Mahadev. This is a fiction book, but based on the inspiration of Lord Shiva forming the main character in the book. It is by Amish Tripathi. It's a very famous book. You would enjoy reading this book because of Shiva being portrayed as a fiction character and the stories what he's tried to weave around it. A point that I would like to highlight is that this book has got nothing to do with Shaivism at all. It deals with this character who comes from Tibet and how he becomes Mahadev is what this book is about. And yes, if you like those mythological fiction books, then this book should be there as in your list or in your hand or in your bookshelf, whatever you choose it to be. But yes, this book should be there around you. If you are one of those who loves Shiva as a fiction character, then yes, this should be there. But as I said, it is an enjoyable read with Lord Shiva forming the main character in this book. And yes, it is just a fiction and you should consider it a fiction and not take the facts as reality. My third book recommendation is Incredible Qualities of Lord Shiva by Santosh Gairola. Why am I recommending you this book? Because everything has got 2 sides to it, a dark side and a light side to it. Now with Lord Shiva, what is the philosophy with when it is considered a dark, when he's considered the destroyer, and when he's considered the supreme lord? So this book will help you distinguish the two, and that is the reason I'm recommending you this book, to see the 2 sides. People often get confused when they talk of Lord Shiva. They take him as somebody who destroys, or should he be taken as somebody who is the supreme lord of the universe? All these questions and far beyond is what this book really answers. And yes, as I have said, that this is a serious read. This is not one of those fiction books on Lord Shiva. This is a very serious read that would answer a lot of questions which we have about Lord Shiva and the philosophy behind it. My fourth book recommendation is Shiva Stories and the Teachings from Shiva Mahapurana. Now, why am I recommending you to read this book? We all stay in an illusionary world. The first disorder when we say about humans is about illusion, the illusions which are mind forms. Yes, so this book is there to break those illusions and to understand, as I have said, that all these books are around Lord Shiva. So they will teach you the philosophy behind Shaivism and behind the statues of Lord Shiva. When you see that statue of Lord Shiva, what is it that you should really take in the deep philosophy behind it? As usual, this book has got the same principles which are there of Lord Shiva. But the reason I'm recommending you to read this one is because you would see Lord Shiva as a destroyer over here. And as being a destroyer, what are the aspects about the philosophy that you should learn and perhaps correlated to your own dark side of life, that we all have that destroyer element in us, and in our daily lives when we live it, we have that aspect where we are the devil and yes, we are the destroyer. So Lord Shiva as the destroyer is there, but what does that destroyer really teach you is what this book is going to tell you. My last book recommendation is The List is by The Magnificent Shiva by Santosh Gairola. Now, yes, this book is a must read for all of us. We have always heard people talking that the God resides within you. This book will give you an insight. How does Shiva reside within you? How does the Lord of the universe, the King of the cosmos reside within you? And how you can see that God within you is what this book teaches you. It is a very deep philosophy in which he has written about Shiva. And yes, as I've always said, that Shaivism is a very deep philosophy. The day you understand that philosophy, then that day I think most of our problems will be over, because our idea of seeing the world will completely change. So this book is one of those books where your idea of perhaps when you realize that the God resides within you would completely change your perspective to the outside world. So yeah guys, these are my 5 book recommendations on Lord Shiva if you would like to read. 4 of them are non-fiction, 1 of them is fiction, especially for those people who like fiction. So yes, I have tried to make it a mix. And as usual, if you like my videos, do subscribe to my channel, share, and do write down your comments. As I've always said, it's very encouraging to receive your comments, and I'll be seeing you very soon in another video which I'll be posting in, as you know, very soon. But before that, you must take care of your health and keep smiling, because that is the most important thing in life, to be happy. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.